All right, guys, welcome back. This is RE Geeks. We are talking technology. We're talking 2025. We're talking 2026. What is coming down the pipe? What markets are doing ups and downs all around? What do you need to do in 26 to really make yourself stand out? Because I'll tell you a couple of things. I'm doing a couple of things to make myself shift and stand out a little bit more. And Michael's going to go deep on kind of what his thought patterns are in his marketplaces. And I want to hear in the comments down below. So make sure you guys give them mouse and tell us your thought patterns. Michael Fielden, my dear, incredible co-host. What are you doing, buddy?
Greg, good to see you. Happy holidays. I know we haven't done this since before Christmas, so I'm excited to get out there, and I am doing great. I think better than ever. And, you know, I do appreciate that Greg had to throw on a hat because I think he couldn't find his brush, but you'll notice I'm slicked back, dude.
You're looking good. You're looking handsome.
Hair's a little wet today, I think, is what the problem is. And it's warming up. I think we're almost at 50.
I'm actually going to check my temperature right now. Not me, but the weather temperature up here. You're almost hitting 50. We're at 53. Okay, so
yeah.
We're a little bit.
I was up kind of in the Clear Lake area yesterday. It was warm. It was maybe 55. I know there's other parts of the country right now that are giving us the bird and saying, hey, you know, it's 20, but
yeah, or minus 15 or some bullshit.
Exactly.
I want to talk about BS. I'm not going to curse. I'm going to try to keep it PG here. I want to talk about 25. The real estate industry that you've seen personally or just straight professionally. Mm-hmm. Give me like one comment on what your thought about 2025 was real estate wise.
Silicon Valley centric. My biggest comment is low inventory.
Now, how would you shift that? How can you change that?
So I don't know that that's going to change in the short run. I think there's obviously going to be more properties coming on the market here in January. But I think one of the big issues that we're still having, Greg, is that we have a lot of people that are invested in their home at 3 and 4% interest rate, right? Mm-hmm. So somewhere in that margin. And when they think about selling their home, the traditional move-up buyer is no longer the traditional move-up buyer because they could buy a house at the same price they're selling. And because the interest rates have adjusted, they are suddenly, unable to afford a bigger house because the prices have not come down a lot here.
So you and I have differing views politically, and that's fine. That's the wonderful thing about having a conversation, right? So let's talk about 25 to 26 based upon potential the market shifting, inflation, tariffs, all that stuff. How do you think the affordability is going to shift based upon what you're just saying for the buyers in 2026? And should agents be more proactive to get out there and talk with buyers, or do you think sellers?
I think obviously we need a combination of both. That's not going to change. With that said, there are a lot of buyers sitting on the fence right now with cash. In the Silicon Valley, there is still a lot of money. NVIDIA, Apple, Facebook, Meta, I'm even seeing Cisco and Oracle pop up more and more frequently. These people have money. They have stock and they have all of that stuff.
So here's the question. I'm so curious that you said that because Oracle's leaving California. Chevron's leaving. The other two big oil producers are leaving. Now, here's the thought pattern. How could you market to that industry? Because these individuals who are being displaced not by their own choice. Do you think there's an opportunity there? And how would you get to them in 2026?
So I absolutely think there's a opportunity there. And I think that people that are using AI and using technology are going to go to things like Apollo and Seamless, and they're going to start curating data. So they're going to pull information about people that work at those companies, using Apollo. They're going to pay a penny at 2 cents, 4 cents, and they're going to start cold marketing those people to try to get that business. With that said, I think that when we say Oracle is moving out of California, that's not a 20-minute process. It's not like you and I saying, okay, we're going to pack up, put our stuff in a U-Haul and head to, Texas. It doesn't happen like that.
True.
And Silicon Valley, Greg, we can't deny this. This is where the money and the energy is. Oracle's able to move because they are an established company. People are going to follow Oracle to Texas. The new blood, the new money is going to have to come to Silicon Valley, and those are going to fill the spots of Oracle and the oil companies that are leaving. Now, for me in the Silicon Valley, Chevron leaving is not as impactful as it is for people in the East Bay.
It's not, because that impacts San Ramon, which is a huge part of the East Bay.
Yeah.
And, with that taking place, I think 26 could be a massive opportunity for agents to go get buyers and sellers, and probably both,
100%.
to go out there. Now, give me one tip, just one tip. How would you get ahead of this? Because a lot of folks in our industry that are watching, listening, and hearing us now and in the future, they're saying like, well, how do I get ahead of my competitors? Now, I have my answer, but I want to hear your answer first. Give me one tip.
So my number one tip for agents today is get yourself moving.
Describe moving.
Make sure you have your systems in place. Make sure you are ready to contact people. Make sure you are ready and that you have a system so that when you do start generating business and it starts coming to you, that you know what to do next. Because I see a lot of agents that get into working with just one client, or they get working and they get overwhelmed and frustrated, and that's all they can do. You need to be ready to move, because buyers are going to come and go. Some you're going to get, some you don't. You guys already know I'm working with Zillow. They're suggesting that 1 in 30 of these buyers actually becomes a buyer.
So would you spend more time there or less time there?
Well, right now I'm doing both, right? I am marketing to get listings, and I'm focused on buyers, because this time of year, if people are selling their home, if their home's been on the market for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, they kind of have to move, right?
They do.
People that have lots and lots of money don't put their house on the market a week before Christmas.
Well, it really depends on what their life circumstances are. It depends if they're going through a divorce, a marriage,
Sure,
new kid,
okay,
goes to college, something like that. Everybody's shifting in life.
Let's talk about the first one, divorce.
Okay?
They have to move.
They have to move. Well,
They don't have a choice, right?
Even if divorce, but I went through that.
Sure. But even if they have money, they got to cut that stuff in half, and they each go their own way.
Yep.
Marriage, divorce, those are typically, marriage is going to be a buyer, right? They're going to start looking for a home, but they're not necessarily going to put their property on the market right away.
So let's talk about in your marketplace, and then that could transcend around the country, around the world.
Sure.
What would be the number one thing that you would tell a buyer or a seller when it comes to, should I buy, should I sell in this marketplace? What would you do?
I would say 100% you should be buying or selling, whichever one you need to do. If you're a seller, look, there's a lot of buyers. There's a lot of pent up money. Okay. If you are sitting on the fence as a potential buyer, there's a lot of opportunity out there, and you are passing it up. The longer you wait, the less likely you are going to see that return that has been kind of the promise of homeownership. And people are like, well, what if prices drop? Well, so what if they drop? Buy what you can afford today, get into the house. You're not going to be selling in a year or two anyway. This is California. The shift is going to be an upward trend soon enough. Okay. And
that's interesting.
I don't think we're going to see another 2008. I don't think we're going to
knock on wood.
Knock on wood. Knock on a lot of stuff. I don't think we're going to see that. But with that said, I think that people need to be active and they need to be doing what they want to do. If you're waiting for interest rates to drop, the MBA predicts that it's going to stay level for next year.
Right.
Okay. I also tell people all the time, marry the house, date the rate.
Always do that.
Find a house you love. Don't worry about the rate. That will catch up with you later on, right? You can refinance, you can do other things, you can strategize. Just get into the house and start getting the returns and the function and the livability of that home.
So you taught me about something called Notebook LM from Google, which is free, by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
100%.
I am addicted to this stinking thing. I'm like addicted to it.
Yeah.
You can upload anything to it. And I want to just talk about the opportunity here for standing out in front of the public as a real estate professional in your different marketplaces or anything else. Any passion. Is it gardening? Is it real estate? Is it auto mechanics? Is it, baking cakes? I don't really care what your passion is. Notebook LM has literally transformed the way I think that I'm going to do marketing and prospecting 100%. In the future, because you can create anything you want and you can use as many sources as you frickin' want, and then you ask different questions to this thing and it nails it down to exactly what you want to talk about. Then you take that, you can use an audio, a video, you can use slide decks, you can do infographics, you can do anything you want on this thing. And I don't think people really understand the power of that, because if I sit there, like I've had a conversation with a couple of people in the last 2 days, and both females and beautiful women, but they don't want to be on camera. They shy away from it. But you can create non-face. I don't think I'm saying that correctly, but you don't have to be on camera. You can just literally show a slide deck or something like that, and get all the content built for you on a specific data point, and then you're the expert. So Michael's in San Jose. I used to live in San Francisco. I'm in another place now, but no, I'm not dead, by the way. But, here's the thing. You can be still relevant in any marketplace. So let's say, hypothetically, Michael, you move to Sacramento, Grass Valley, Redding, which Redding is pretty much underwater right now.
Hell no, I won't go.
That's the word hypothetical. Or let's say Gilroy or Salinas, Monterey, pick a freaking place, doesn't matter. But the point is that you can create content about all these different marketplaces and then put out videos and content and 100%. Audio, and you can mix it and match it. Create a podcast that you're going to be able to go out there and talk about these areas. And it's not you talking, it's the freaking AI talking, but you'll be ahead of your competition. The reason why I say this is in 2026, mark my words, AI is going to dominate the real estate industry, and the people who don't use it effectively are going to lose out. And 100%. It's free for you. Yeah. So, Michael, besides Notebook, Notebook, what would be another system you'd use that would catapult you or me or anybody above their competition so that they can make more cash?
So I think Notebook is probably one of the leaders in that. And basically it gives you access to use Google's Gemini, their AI chat engine, and search your own content as well as content in the general realm of what's out there. And what it really allows you to do is take data that isn't otherwise ready and comb through that data in a way that you've never done before.
And if you guys have never tried this, please go try this. Notebook LM. Don't put .com. It's a Google product. It's free. Yep. Create a new notebook. It's literally a giant box, and then you can drop. You'll learn. You'll see it. You'll learn. but it's insanely good. Michael, let me ask you a question. So you're a professional in both technology, podcasting, and real estate. What would you do to put out a notebook like slide deck out to you, the people that watch, follow, listen to what you're talking about? What would you first talk about, and how would you do it? Would you go to websites? Would you download stuff from your Google Drive? Would you copy and paste text? What would you do so it can compact content that you look like a freaking rock star?
I'm not sure I understand the question.
Okay, so the question is here on Notebook LM. You can go in, and so I did this the other day for a friend of mine, Carrie, and she's a gardener. She's a master
Yep.
gardener. I went to YouTube, and I found all of Northern California, videos.
Yeah.
I ranked them by view counts and by list dates or post dates. And then I grabbed those videos. I took the link, I put them in there. I just went all the way down and I put 4 or 5. Then I went out and I found a couple articles from different publications, grabbed those links, put them in. It compiled the content, and then I can ask it in more in-depth questions. So my question to you is if I can do this, which I'm a novice, I'll be honest with you, but I really mess around with this thing all the stinking time. If an agent is a novice like me, not a master like you, and they're like, okay, I need to understand Minnesota, I need to understand New York, Florida, Maine, Michigan,
Mhm.
pick a stinking state, right? Or a marketplace or county, whatever. If you can go grab any link and throw it in there and then ask it specific questions below it, and then create a slide deck or an infogram, and then push it out on a YouTube video or a podcast, how would people even start with that?
So I don't think that's a great use of Notebook. I think that would be a great use of Chat or Gemini, because you don't want to constrain yourself in what you are searching, right? Because if you say, okay, I want to learn about, San Jose, California, and you put in sources into Google LM, you're restricting it to those sources. What if there's something that you didn't even know about that they could add in there? So I would use Chat. Where I think a great use of Notebook is still things like disclosures, things like CC&Rs, things like HOA docs, where you're putting in your source data. Maybe you're combining information about the community. So you pull a couple of articles about the community and you say, okay, my client is looking at purchasing in Kelseyville, California.
Yeah.
The specific home they're looking for is 123 Happy Lane.
Right.
And I would like to know, based on the information contained in this LM and on these websites, what do you feel are the pluses and minuses of this home? And it's going to create a tabular format for you.
Well, see, guys, what you're not literally hearing what Michael's saying is a practical step-by-step process to be able to understand the property, the neighborhood, the CC&Rs, the disclosures, and everything's listed for you.
Yep.
You don't have to hunt and peck anymore. I mean, I got in this business 26 years ago, give or take. Man, we had maps by hand, like Thomas Brothers stuff, and that was top-notch technology. This is a different universe of opportunities that people can use in 2026, but it's all right there, and nobody knows about it. I mean, shit, Michael told us about this, 2 weeks ago? I think something like that.
Well, we've been using it for about 6 months. I've just been hiding it.
I know. Well, I learned about it. Okay.
No, it's fascinating. And I think
so cool
that, Greg, what a lot of people are missing is not that this is free, but that you can't do it wrong. Just get your data in there and start playing with it. You don't have to be smart to do this.
All of our viewers are very intelligent. They just don't know what they don't know.
Right.
And so I didn't know about Notebook LM. You told me, I play with it. I create all kinds of stuff for friends and family. They're blown away. They create
Yeah.
images, all kinds of fun stuff. What's one new tool that someone could put into 2026 versus 2025 where they can be like, oh my goodness gracious, I'm going to blow my business up in a good way, that nobody can compete with if they put their mind to it.
So I think the big 2026 advancement is going to be in images. I think you're going to see a lot more tools out there that allow you to do virtual staging, to do cleanup, to give people an idea of what the property could look like. Like, here's the backyard. It needs work. Let me snap a couple of pictures and show you what the potential is.
So the funny thing is that you bring that up. We use a technology that does the same thing. And I had a house that I sold, well, one of the properties I sold this year. And the house was, let's say it needed work.
Needed work.
And the owners knew
I've
it.
seen that house.
And I took the photos and then I sent it to this corporation. And for $20 or $30 a photo, they made it look like a freaking model home.
Mm-hmm.
And then I put the original and the new photo next to each other so people didn't think I was lying to them about the property.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's a really good point that, staging, and I love stagers. Stagers are amazing. They do incredible work and they really make a house look phenomenal. But what if you can do it for 10 cents on the dollar?
Okay, so I think you've got a good point. One of the things that I think you're going to see, Greg, is that $20 or $30 is going to come down to like under $5.
Fantastic. Who's the first company that comes to mind?
You could do it. Snap. Take pictures on your iPhone, send them over. You're probably already familiar with Box Brownie. They can do it.
That's how we use actually is Box Brownie.
So they own a tool called Snap. And it allows you to do pretty much what you do with Box Brownie on your iPhone.
No, okay. Are you serious?
Yeah.
For how much?
It's $3 or $4 a photo.
Really?
Yeah. You take the pictures, away it goes.
How in the heck do not more agents know about this stuff?
I think they do, Greg.
But why are they not using it then? That's the real question, Michael.
Because it's different.
But it's different in a good way.
It is different in a good way, but it's change. And I think when people see change, they look at this and they freeze up. I think people hate being leaders of stuff they don't necessarily understand.
Well, you know what?
I think it's going to get even harder, Greg, when we tell them you can do all this on this device.
You mean this one?
Yeah. Yeah, that one. Wait, let me see the back. We can compare. Oh, wow. Greg's cutting edge. Damn. But yes, you're going to be able to do it. And the technology is getting better and better. And 2026 is going to see exponential growth in technology that helps real estate agents.
Okay. So technology that helps real estate agents. Are we talking about like going to our local association and looking for the different apps and corporations that they're partnering with? Or is it going out and doing it yourself? Is it creating a faceless YouTube channel, if you want to do it with your face on it, like you and I like to do all the time?
All of the above.
And just talk about life.
Yeah.
And become relatable. Is that something you would agree upon?
I would. I think that you are going to have, by the middle of 2026, the question is going to become, is that you or is that AI?
Dude, I actually looked at a couple of videos this morning, not in a weird way, but doing the research for the show. And I looked at the video, I'm like, is that a real person or is that a AI? And I could tell it was an AI, but I still listened because the content was good.
Yeah. Well, here's the marketing spin that's killing me right now.
Tell me more.
Is there are vendors out there that will take your image off of social media and send you a sales pitch of you talking about their product, trying to get you to buy their product.
What?
So imagine they go out and they clip a couple of images off of Facebook and they make a fake Greg.
I've actually had that done several times, by the way, which is creepy as shit.
And then they send you a video of you walking, talking, sharing details about their product. And they're doing it. Hey, Greg, I'm an AI model, but I want to tell you about what's coming next.
Okay, so I have wonderful thought patterns on this, but tell me more about what you're seeing.
What I'm seeing is that they're using me to sell me.
So, and I'm just wrapping my brain around this thought pattern. What if you, and this is going to sound really weird when I say this, so just walk with me through this thought pattern. Michael Fielding and your beautiful wife, your beautiful daughters. I see you guys. I'm going to go on a listing appointment, right? Then I get your images from Instagram, Facebook, or whatever else. And then I make a video about you talking about your house based upon the information that I can create off of data I can pull from the property. Oh God, that is fucking creepy. Sorry for cussing, but
it's going to be amazing, Greg. And I think, what you're going to see by the middle of the year is that you can share a Zillow link to your property and it's going to build you a video.
What?
Right?
Seriously?
Think about it. It's got photos of the property.
It's true.
Okay. It's got the location. It's got street view. It's got property details. It's got your photo, your contact information, your Zillow information. It's got the link. What else does it need? It doesn't even need you.
Ooh, I just came with an idea. Go to every single expired listing in your MLS obviously you have to adhere to local laws and regulations and everything else, and talk to your board and so on and so forth and your broker. But within bounds, let's say 123 Main Street is an expired listing. And you're like, you know what? No. You pull it up, take the link, you put it in there, you create a video, it creates images. And now you take that to the seller and go, hey, this is what I've created for you for marketing. What are your thoughts?
Yep. So, Greg, I think that this opens the question to, okay, so how are you going to differentiate yourself if technology can do all this? What are you going to do different? And what I'm telling you is it's still about that connection. It's still about the things that people don't know. And I believe, I've listened to you cold call and those connections are really, really important to people.
They are.
And that's what's going to separate the AI from everything else. Like my parents don't want to see AI.
I don't either, but it's here. It's not going away.
Here. What's scary is that sometimes you're going to see it and you're not going to know it.
That is petrifying because we're going to get so sucked into that whole realm of what we see on digital devices like we're on, we have. And that's reality because we're sitting there going like Instagram, Facebook, blah, blah, blah. And then we just don't shift away from it. Here's what I want to get your thoughts on this. Taking AI, taking social media, blending those together is a powerful tool because it is a powerful tool. But then take the human element into 2026 and saying, okay, look, I get it. We have a computer. We have phones. We have everything around us technology based. So you create the videos, you create the content, bam. Now you have an interaction and a reaction to your content. So I posted about my mug, which I didn't do, but just the first thing I can grab. Or about this light thingamabobber my dad got. Now people react to it and you're like, and respond. And then you ask them out to lunch, to coffee, to a cocktail, to a snack, to a walk, to anything. But you go online, offline as fast as humanly possible so that the human connection is maintained, but you still utilize the free tools or relatively free tools, depending on what you're buying and paying for, to generate that initial talk. It's like, excuse me, it's like a dating app, right? You go on a dating app and you're meeting a guy or a gal or whatever your flavor is, and you're like, oh, that's a good looking human being. I would like to have a conversation with them.
Yep.
Then it goes into a real meeting. Like, let's get breakfast, let's get coffee, let's do a drink, let's do a walk, let's do something. Mentality, I think my mentality is going that direction, is the dating app mentality. You start online with content creation, attraction, and then you step offline and you go into real personal interactions. Shut up, Michael.
Swipe right, baby.
Shut up. I can see your face.
Y'all, I'm happily married. Greg is single and looking. Swipe right, swipe right, swipe right.
I can't even drink my water right now.
What do they call it? A super swipe?
Honestly, I don't know, but I get your point. But if you could swipe right and swipe left on people, why can't you do the same things on content and then also real estate, selection? So Michael Fielden, San Jose, California, in the greater South Bay, great. Swipe right. Keep that man in your right pocket because he's going to help you out. Now, you find, Susie Q, who lives in ABC, USA, and you're like, nah, I'm good. Left. I'm moving forward.
Greg McDaniel, left.
Shut up.
Okay.
This is why I do the show with you. Oh, my God.
Greg, I think this has been an exciting show, but before we go down a rabbit hole, let's talk about final thoughts of, give me one favorite notation for 2025 and one prediction for 2026.
2025 was an interesting year on multiple different factors, politically, socially, financially, real estate based in different marketplaces. And everybody has their own perception of how they interacted with 2025. 2026, I would highly, and I mean, when I say highly, I mean really freaking highly. It's called a cell phone. It's your own media kit. This thing, these microphones and these cameras are insane. Get out, shoot video. Here's the catch. Shoot video after going to like Notebook LM, going to chat, going to Gemini, creating the content, creating the script, creating something that's condensed. If any of you have ever had condensed milk in coffee, you know the difference between cold milk and condensed milk. It is a completely different freaking experience. Be the condensed milk. Give me exactly what I want to know and what I want to hear in the areas I want to learn about. Don't give me the whole freaking cow, right? Just give me my content. And then don't stop. Create a shooting schedule. So let's say you're like, oh my God, Greg, I've never been on video. It's so scary. Okay, understood. I hear you. I don't have a microphone. Okay, understood. I hear you. Shoot every day that you can, but you have to be consistent. Shoot on so for my old podcast, it was Monday, Wednesday, Friday when we first started shooting. And that's what we stuck to, is an hour-long format per show. Michael and I shoot on Tuesdays. That is our format. We shoot for about just under an hour. That's the format, and it's consistent. Do that for your consumers. Do that for the people that are listening to you, because you have a voice that's more powerful than you possibly know, but you don't use it because you're afraid of it. I don't sound good. I don't look good. I don't do this. I don't have the perfect dress. My hair is a mess. Whatever is going on in your life, people love you. They want to hear you. They want to see you. Don't be boring. Give tonation differences and give me something to look at in the background. Go do this stuff in 2026. You know what? A lot of people, and I guarantee you, a lot of people will never do what I'm talking about right now. And if you guys have any questions, my number is 925 915 1978. That's my cell. Text or call me 925 915 1978. Call me, text me. Let's talk about this, because I'm going to refer you over to Michael, because then Michael will take your technology to a whole nother level. And you just need to step your game up and become the person that everybody wants to see and hear. That's my takeaway. Very short question, very long answer. My apologies. Michael, back to you.
No, I think that's great. And, I think part of that, that I like, Greg, and you get it, is that, guys, we're here to help you. If you have questions, you want to talk, you can call me anytime. 800-504-GEEK. Okay. I am reachable all the time. You can email us, greg@regeeks.com, michael@regeeks.com. Reach out and let us know, what you need. Greg, I am going to add for this. I think my takeaway from 2025 is some of what you said and some of your prediction. And I have always told people in the past, hey guys, just do something, right? Something's better than nothing. Well, I think in 2026, what's going to happen is you need to be better than you were before. You need to use AI. You need to use the tools. Greg and I get up here and we're in our little studio. My office is a mess. Greg's in his, den, and we don't put a lot into this other than our thoughts and our energy to promote the channel and get people watching this. If you are doing something for real estate and you are showcasing a house, you need to do better than you've had to do before. You need to learn AI. You need to be ready and showing off what's there. That triggered a thought for Greg.
It did, because it's personality. I watch more than the average human on real estate videos, and majority of real estate agents are very timid when it comes to creating content, because they're afraid of being seen, which is ironically stupid, because every one of us has our freaking face on our freaking cards, and we have our faces on our freaking signs, but you don't want to go on camera? Get the out of here. You got to be kidding me. This is your wheelhouse, being seen. Just start talking. Like Michael, I called Michael yesterday with my friend Carrie, and she was having some tech issues on her computer. Now, it didn't take an appointment. It didn't take anything else. It was literally me picking up the phone call and calling Michael. Michael solved it in about 5 seconds flat. Carrie moved on, happy as a clam, moving with her computer. Now, Michael didn't stop there. He said, you know what, Greg? You send her my personal cell phone information. She can call me anytime there's an issue. And that's the point. Find these people in your life. Find a Michael Fielding in your life.
Or find me.
Or just find Michael.
Find Michael. It's kind of like Waldo, but not really.
But a lot of us are confused and concerned about tech. I mean, shoot. Sorry, guys.
Oh,
but Michael, when I had my old computer, well, my 2 old computers, I called him up. I'm like, bro, I got a problem. I don't know how to get my stuff from this computer to that computer. How does this work? And he's like, let me log in. Boom, done. Everything was shifted over in 1 second. So that's the thing, guys. Don't be afraid of tech. 2026 is not going to stop. 27, 28, 29, 30, 35, 20, 50, whatever. Tech's not going to go away. Learn to use what you want to use and what you're comfortable to use, and then find that one thing that you're uncomfortable to use. Now, I'm not talking about the naughty stuff online. I'm talking about stuff that's going to build your business, that you're like, ooh, should I use that technology? And then learn it, for goodness sake. What's gonna cost you? 20 minutes, 30 minutes, a couple hours, 2 days, a month, whatever. But you're going to learn something that your competitors don't know, and then you're going to be able to build a business that nobody else is going to be able to compete with. Get out of here if you tell me I'm wrong. If you think I'm wrong, my number is 925, 915. 1978. Call me, text me. Let's have a conversation. I'd love to hear your thought pattern because I know that what Michael and I are talking about is going to build your business. It's up to you to take the initiative. He and I can tell you about it, but we can't make you do it.
Yep, exactly.
Michael, thought patterns. And
all right, I think, Greg, we're at that 40-minute mark, and you know what that magic means?
it means you're amazingly handsome.
Yep. And it means,
and I'm going to do my Donald Trump voice.
Ladies, if you see Greg out there, think about swiping right. And keep watching us here. We will be back next week. Greg, thank you, thank you, thank you.
You freaking kill me, dude. All right, guys. We love you to pieces. Follow, subscribe. Michael, where can they reach you for tech support?
They can reach me at michael@supportgeeks.com or michael@regeeks.com. And my phone number is always 800-504-GEEK 4335 504-4335 800. Free and cheap for you to call. Free. Bam.
So many jokes. All right,
Yep.
guys, call him. Seriously, he's amazing. We love you. We'll see you on the next show.
cheap.
Oh, by the way, put a comment in below if you guys like this show and tell us about a topic that you want us to talk about, technology-wise, that would impact your life and kind of is something that you do or do not understand that you want to learn more about. So we're here to serve you. We love you, and we're thankful for you. You guys have a blessed and powerful day. Thank you
Happy New Year.
for paying attention to my dumbass and Michael's handsome face. We'll see you on the next show. Boom. Peace. Love
Peace.
you.